Hello everyone and welcome to my video. So first of all, I would like to thank you all for the way you welcomed my first video, and I didn't expect it for so many people to like it, and I'm happy. So in this video I'm gonna talk about my favorite read of January, which is The House in the Cerulean Sea. I'm not gonna say the title of the book a lot during this video because I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but anyway, so I rated this book a 5-star because I absolutely loved it. From the beginning to the very end of the book, I loved every single page. At first I was kinda scared not to like it because I've seen a video a few months ago of someone who talked about this book, and I had very high expectations for it, and like as my expectation was so high, I was scared to not like it in the end, but I loved it. So in this book we'll follow a man who works in a company who is in charge of going to certain orphanage, and in those special orphanages the children aren't like normal children because they are supernatural creatures, and the main character have to go to this orphanage to see if everything is going well and to report things that are bad or good. And after his work, his company decide if the orphanage should close or stay open. And one day he has to go to a special orphanage with special children, and they are painted like they are bad, like bad creatures, and the character has to stay here for 3 weeks, which is a lot compared to the other orphanage he went to. So we'll follow his life for 3 weeks in this orphanage with all these children, and we'll see their daily life, and we'll see how they're gonna change, and yeah. I have to admit that when I was close to the end, I cried. I cried a bit because I was so attached to the characters and I love them so much. They're so lovable. Even though at the beginning one of the characters seemed a bit sus to me, but it's okay. I found the main character very relatable, and his character development is relatable as well. Like, we can see the way his point of view of his life and the world around him changed throughout the book. And at the beginning I didn't really like him because he was very blunt, and he wasn't like, he didn't had his own personality. He was very like following the rules, and very, his life was very straight, and he was a bit too serious. But the more I got to know him, the more his character was developed, the more I grew attached to him by seeing his funny side. Like, he was hiding behind a fake personality, and the more we got to know his true self, the more I loved him and I grew attached to him, and by the end of the book I really liked him. And as I already said, I kinda saw myself in him. By seeing the way he changed, I kinda had a reflection about my own life and how I view my life and the world around me. It was kinda similar to him. When I finished reading it, I was in a mindset of like, I wanted to change things in my life. I wanted to become a better person, and I wanted to improve my lifestyle and do things for myself, and I kinda wanted to work on being myself and being less impacted by the way other people see me. Because as I said, the main character is someone who always wants to follow the rules, and he wants to be seen in a good light by his superior, and he wants to have a normal life. Like, he doesn't really care of his status, he just wants a normal life with his job. He wants to do his job well, and that's it. Like, his life was very boring at the beginning. Like, he was a routine, and he just, I feel like his days were all the same. And I'm someone who tend to not want to break the rules, and like, I kinda want to fit in the society and not being seen as weird or anything. But with this book, I kind of want to change that and do things that I love without caring about other people's expectation, and I want to be myself, and I want to improve that about me. So it was very positive to read that book, and I highly recommend it. Now let's talk about the children in this book, because, well, there is a few children, there are 6 actually, and they were all so lovable. Like, every single one of them, I just wanted to hug them, and like, I wanted to bake them cookies and to be there with them, and just, I wanted to be in the book with them and have fun with them and be happy with them, laugh with them, and cry with them sometimes too. At the beginning of the book, they were introduced to us like there were some bad creatures, because they were like supernatural and all, and they weren't like that at all. They were so cute, and the relationship they had between themselves, they were like real siblings, and it was adorable, as well as the relationship they had with the adults. And I want to adopt them. I love them. I also really loved the writing of the book. It was so nice to read it, and it was going, like, when I read it, like, I couldn't stop myself. Like, when I started reading it, I could read for hours, and I love when I read a book and I don't see the time just flies, and I love it. Plus, in this book there are some very good quotes that I personally loved, and I wrote them in my little notebook, so I'm gonna read some of them to you. I mean, literally, in my the page of my quotes for January, there are only quotes from this book. There are no quotes from other books that I read, but I'm not gonna read every quote because, like, I kind of wrote a lot. So first, a quote that I found very relatable as an anxious person. Why is it that I must always worry about tomorrows? I kind of was like, yeah, same. There were a lot of quotes about, like, finding your home and what home is really. So I wrote a few of them, so I'm gonna read my favorite one. A home isn't always the house we live in, it's also the people we choose to surround ourselves with. And it's true. Like, when you feel at home, it's just when you feel good with the people you are with and in a place that you like, not your house, but just a place that you like with the people that you love. And it's really a big thing in this book. Like, finding the place you belong to is a big subject in this book. And finally, my favorite quote from the book: "Don't you wish you were there?" And like, yeah, I wish I was there. Like, at first this quote is like on a little picture that the main character has at his workplace, and it's like a picture of a beach, and it's written, "Don't you wish you were there?" And he's like, I want to be there, I want to go to the beach and all, but like he's stuck in his town where he works, and like the character wants to be in a nice place like in his picture, and us as the reader, we want to be in this place. So like, that's why I love this quote that much. And I low-key think of it like every day, almost, since I read it. Every day I'm like, don't you wish you were there? Yes, I do. But I can't. And I'm stuck here in the real life, in the real world. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you why you should read it. First, because it's amazing. It's also kinda gay, so that's a good point. There is the found family trope, and I know a lot of people love that trope. I do, so it's great. And the children are so adorable. And finally, you should read it for the character development and the reflection on life, and just because it's a cozy read. It's cool, it's nice, and I think a lot of people can like it, but I mean, it's okay if you don't, because a book cannot be for everyone. But this book was definitely for me, so 5 star, yeah. So yeah, I don't have anything more to say about this amazing book. I loved it. Yes, I said it a lot of time, but truly, I loved it. So this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still trying to find a good pace, and I don't really know how to talk about a book for a video, so I'm trying. If you have some advice for me to improve my videos, just drop it in the comments, and you can also go watch my first video if you haven't, and you can subscribe to my channel, and you can also go check the description box below. I put my Instagram and everything where you can follow me. So that's it, that's the end of the video. I hope you have a great day or night. I don't know when you'll watch it. And yeah, see you next video. Bye!